springtime, and he gets his blades back, and he learns like all these cool friends he can make. And it's just like a really good feel-good movie about being from somewhere you've never been before and going to a place and you meet all these new people. I highly recommend to watch it. I enjoy it very much.
Well, it makes me think of that movie Brink from Disney Channel. You remember that movie? The Soul Skaters?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Inline skating. Yeah. I love that movie too, but that's not on my list.
I loved inline skate. Like we talk like rollerblades, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was all about that. Like in the early 2000s, man. When I lived in Albany, that's how I got around, dude. I have holes in my legs. I'll show you guys the scars when
believe it or not, I can't do it because it hurts my little dwarven legs. Like my shins feel like they're gonna break. If I'm rollerblading, it legitly like my shins are on fire the entire time.
I used to love it, man. I used to go do tricks off of shit and that's how I got around everywhere in Albany. It was perfect. Cool. I didn't have to pay for the bus. Everything was in skating distance, man. Those were the days.
Oh, you see everybody grinding and all that stuff, and then you see Jimmy come by.
Guys, wait up! I got the little baby lungs.
His little feet are moving.
I've been on a skateboard. I can skateboard. I just can't rollerblade.
I could never skateboard. I was just never that coordinated. I couldn't get both of them.
I have to run like holding the skateboard next to me like this, and I pull myself up on it. And
I've seen those dogs do the skateboarding on YouTube.
Yeah, have you ever seen like the little Frenchies that do the skateboard? And that's kind of how it goes.
Pull themselves along. Yes.
Hey, Haley.
Real quick fun fact about the movie: it has a very young Jack Black in it before he was like, big Jack Black.
Oh,
so does
he was doing the Pitfall commercials. Huh?
Yeah. Well, no, it was
shortly after that. Yeah.
It was between Pitfall and the Never Ending Story 3, starring Jack Black, because he was a bad guy.
That movie doesn't exist to me.
Yes, yes.
We don't talk about that.
Yes.
I'm almost sad you brought it up. Yeah. Hi, Haley.
You know what? I'm sorry, I started this off wrong. I didn't put on my Dark Knight body spray, so I can smell like vengeance.
Injustice.
It actually does smell really good, by the way.
It really does.
The flavor.
How was I? I fought crime in rubber suit. Really seals in
the flavor. That's like one of my favorite lines from that shit.
In an order that would surprise you. That's not match.
I stabbed you like you stabbed me.
A is for Alfred. B is for bats.
I'm the world's greatest detective. I found it. I'm so sorry I distracted y'all. All right.
He made me snort.
JJ.
It's up to Jimmy now.
You're number 10.
Jimmy.
My number 10 is I guarantee you this isn't on your list, but Once Upon a Time in the West.
Nope.
It's one of my favorite Sergio Leone westerns. It's got Henry Fonda is the bad guy, Frank, in that. Charles Bronson is the good guy, Harmonica. Jason Robards is in it as Cheyenne. It's
Did we watch this one or no?
No, we haven't watched this one yet.
Oh, okay.
It's got like this long opening sequence where it's just sounds at this train station, and it's a great movie. It's a long ride though, I will tell you. It's one of those that's about 3 hours long, but
okay,
and
it all comes together. Yeah.
Love those.
It is one of the best ever. And there's a big reveal at the end. Since you guys haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it for you.
Angela's really a dude.
Now there's a big. It's not Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, okay.
No.
But there's a reveal at the end of it. I watched this as a kid, and that reveal haunted me for a long time. So it's a really good movie. I highly recommend it. If I turn on the TV and that is on at any point, I'm going to watch it.
If you turn on your TV and there's a spaghetti western on, I'm fucking moving in.
I do. I have like a spaghetti western channel, and then on my Roku, and then I also I'm constantly watching spaghetti westerns. That's one of my favorite genres.
My jam.
And this is not the last time that Sergio Leone will be on this list, because he is one of my favorite directors of all time.
Okay, good shout. Trev.
All right, my number 10 One has a phenomenal soundtrack, but also a great movie. It is John Cusack in Gross Point Blank. And
I
the
love
first
that
time
fucking
I actually
movie.
found Minnie Driver attractive.
Me too.
Yes. Yes.
I think we all did.
And I was like, can I go and talk to you at your radio station? Because you sound sexy as shit.
Right? That was unfair. And
I
then
know,
you see her
right?
face,
I'm like,
okay.
why does your face have to look like that and you sound so sexy?
Right.
But and also you got Dan Aykroyd as the bad guy.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's just great. And my favorite line is like, what do you do? What do you do? And he's like, I left high school. I joined the army, got in with some people, and now I kill people for money. And they're like, does that have a good dental plan? Because they all think he's fucking lying.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Until they know he's not
he
lying.
tells the truth the entire fucking movie.
Yeah.
And
That's
they're like, oh, at the end, they're like, oh shit, he was telling the truth the entire time. He's like, yeah, I told you.
What was the the quasi sequel to that? What was that called? I don't remember. It's kind of like
There was a sequel?
a sidequel.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't even know that. But
I
it's
didn't
funny,
know there was one.
Travis. So Gross Point Blank for me is one of those movies where if I'm talking movies with somebody and they bring that up, I'm like, oh, we're friends now. It's immediately, it's like, oh yeah, we're pals. We can be friends.
And that's a weird one because I remember I fell in love with that movie when I was like
War
10, 11
Incorporated was the
yeah.
It was John Cusack as a arms dealer.
I've never even heard of that.
It's
Yeah.
It's the informal sequel to
Yeah.
Gross Point Blank. Yeah.
Interesting.
And Joan Cusack, again, semi-attractive in that. I mean, she's not as attractive as like Adam's Family Values when she was like in the blonde.
Yes,
and everything. And
yes.
I was like, Fester, you lucky son of a bitch.
Right?
It's just because I think she has this little thing with her mouth when she smiles and does stuff. It's kind of crooked a little bit. And I'm just like, you're attractive.
Travis. I love you.
All right, fuck you. All right, Gross Point Blank, number 10.
That's a great one. Yeah. So I guess with the qualifier that it can be like movies that wherever we are, whatever we're doing, we stop and watch it. My number 10 is going to be The Shawshank Redemption. Because that is a movie that not only do I love and I think is a brilliant movie all around. But that is one where I don't have cable anymore. I cut the cord years ago, but when I had cable, there were two movies that were like that, where I would just whatever I was doing, I would stop channel surfing and I would watch that no matter where it was. So the end of Shawshank Redemption is absolutely one of them. Great performances by everybody in that movie.
Tim Robbins.
You got Morgan Freeman. You got Clancy Brown in that.
That's my favorite Clancy Brown role, other than the Kurgan,
And it's just, I think it's just.
Yeah, he was the guard, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he was like one of the Bruno.
I do have a question. I got one question. How did he put the poster back on the wall?
With maybe a little.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I guess
he could have like lifted it up, and then as he went in, it dropped.
No, it was solid because the warden poked his fingers through it.
Oh goddamn! I don't know. Yo, Red helped him. That's how.
Red had the
Red
didn't know.
The broom handle and pushed it all against it through outside the cell.
Red says he didn't know, but
he didn't even tell Red what he was doing. That's how good he was.
So I do have a confession to make about that movie. I think the first time I ever sat through that entire movie was like last year, and then I was like,
really?
That was a phenomenal fucking movie. How have I never sat through this movie before? And at the end, when like he's out and he's going, he's like, "I'll meet you here," and I was like, "Holy fuck, that was a good ending of the movie, man!"
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
Then you that's my number 10. It was all just Red's fantasy, and he hung himself on the same banister that
Brooks did.
Brooks
was here.
Oh man, this world went got itself into one big damn hurry.
That's how I've always interpreted the ending of that movie, because there's just no way that plan would work out. And I just always have thought that was kind of Red's last little fantasy as he
That's
did the
fucking
same thing that
wild.
Brooke
I
did.
never
That's
thought
an
of that.
interesting twist on that.
Because everything just lined up so perfect, right?
Yep.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yes.
But that's just me. That's just my dark mind. I'm an
I
edge
like that.
lord.
Huh. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, me either.
That's why I hate watching movies and videos with Jimmy, because like I'm like, oh, I got this movie. It was so good. And he's like, well, actually, if you think about it, if you look behind here in that shadow, I think there's an alien there, and it's actually mind controlling all this shit.
Jimmy, stop it.
It's a love story. And he's like, nope, fucking aliens, man.
I'm like, go back and look. It's right fucking there. There it is. See? It's like, God damn it.
He takes away all the joy. I'm talking about time traveling stuff. It's like, actually, it's just a different timeline and all that stuff. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Jimmy.
It's a whole different
That's kind
girl.
of funny though.
All right, JJ, number 9.
Number 9 is one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Even I have one of the songs from the movie on my phone, and it's my first of 3 Jim Henson movies I have on this list, and it is Muppet Treasure Island with the incomparable Tim Curry being the best fucking pirate ever. I only watch it for Tim Curry. That's
Tim
the only
Curry's
reason I
still
love that
alive,
movie.
by the way.
I know,
Yes,
thank God.
he just turned like
all love
70
Tim Curry.
something or something like that.
I know everybody thinks he's dead, but he's alive. He just
He's still kicking.
serious health problems, so.
But I just love that movie, and it's one of those movies like if it was on, I'd stop and watch it wherever it was from, and I would go along with it. It's just one of the best.
I do have a favorite Tim Curry role, but it may be on somebody's list, so I'm not going to say it.
Please don't, because my number 9 is a Tim Curry film as well.
Okay.
Please don't.
Okay. All right. My number 9 is another Sergio Leone movie, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
I have seen that one.
That's a classic.
I will stop and watch that at any point of any day, and just the payoff to get to the 3-way gunslinging fight at the end it's just one of those things. Like, if you appreciate that kind of a payoff for that long of a trip to get there, it's awesome. Angel Eyes, Tuco, and Blondie, 3 of the best characters ever written for a movie. None of them are really good guys, but they just, the mix of them all. The motivations.
Tuco, he's awesome.
Yeah. Tuco is my favorite as well. I love now Angel Eyes. For some reason, my kids love Angel Eyes. Like, that's their jam. Like, they love how bad and evil he is, and
that's kind of cool.
Well,
though.
I think maybe I like Tuco as much because I watched it with you, and you would always describe it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I see what he's talking about."
Fucking Tuco the rat, man. That's one of my favorite characters of all time.
But that movie, it does drag at points. I'm just like, Jesus, let's go. How many times are we going to cut back and forth looking at their eyes?
During the final duel, Travis was losing his fucking mind.
I'm like, do something.
I'm like, man, it's the payoff. It's the delayed gratification. He's like, I'm a millennial motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like, I don't like edging.
I like my TikTok stuff. 30 seconds or less.
Yeah, right. That's what I tell women.
You'll see a theme in a lot of my movies is a long fucking road to a big payoff, and it's like the whole Dragon Ball Z thing. It's just. The payoff is worth it, but I can see where people would get off the bandwagon about halfway through, because it's a long haul. Both of these movies are about 3 hours long. So,
yes, but they're good. All right, my number 9 is a Tim Curry film as well. It is where I know Tim Curry from originally, and that is Legend. Legend is my number 9. And I don't care what anybody says. Tom Cruise, he may be a crazy son of a bitch, but I've never seen a bad Tom Cruise movie. Ever.
Let me think.
Yeah, name one. There's not one. He makes phenomenal movies.
Legend.
I'm trying to think of one now that you said that. I'm like, I can't think of anything.
Exactly. And Tim Curry as the Darkness.
Top Gun remake. That was not great.
Yes, it was. They did a Star Wars.
Well, that's your opinion, isn't it? That's just as much as I suppose that's my opinion. That's fair.
Exactly.
They totally did the trench run, Star Wars trench run at the end.
Mm-hmm.
That
you gotta hit the
Collateral
missile in this
fucking-
one exact spot, and you gotta fly at this angle, and you gotta bank, and you gotta do all this stuff. That's a Star Wars, man.
What's Star Wars?
I fell off of the Mission Impossible bandwagon after the first one. Like, I just got tired of it. You know, it was just like the same kind of over the top stunts. Oh, what's he gonna do this time? He's gonna tie his dick to a rocket and really shoot himself into space or something. But because I'm Tom Cruise, he's like dun, 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 dun,
dun. He's making a jet.
But anyway, with Legend, I don't know what the chick's name is, but she was one of my crushes too.
What's her name?
Legend. But only when she was with the darkness and she was in the black, had the black lipstick and the black dress. I'm like, oh, you dirty, dirty whore! I love
the little pixie chick that had the hots for Tom. I always kind of had a crush on her when I was a kid.
Oh,
what's up,
great!
Amber?
Now my wife's agreeing with you over Mission Impossible or something.
Yeah. Mia Sarah, that's who played Lily.
Yeah.
And Una was the one that the weird pixie chick is the one that I had the hots for.
Yeah, Amber doesn't like Tom Cruise movies. I force her to watch it whenever it comes on. And a very underrated, what was it? Days of Future Past, the one where they were doing the time jumping back and forth with Emily Blunt. That was still a good movie too. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend that Tom Cruise movie.
What
isn't that the X-Men
Oblivion?
movie?
No, not Days of Future Past. Day After Tomorrow or whatever. What is it called? It's not on my list. I was just saying Tom Cruise movie I really enjoy.
I think the only one I didn't like he did was Vanilla Sky. I think that one's horrible.
Still a good movie.
And Eyes Closed Shut or Open Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide
You've seen
Shut,
Nicole Kidman fucking naked. Why would you not?
I wasn't saying that was a bad part of it. I'm just saying it's a bad movie. That's all I'm saying.
How high do you think his shoe lifts were in that scene?
Very. Oh, I'm
because
sure
she's like 5'11". He's like as short as I am. I think he's like 5'6", 5'7". I think me and him are
Edge of Tomorrow, not Day of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow. I highly recommend it. It came out in 2014. It's really good. And Last Samurai was still good too. So
Last Samurai was pretty good.
I never said that wasn't.
When the guy gets kicked in the nuts, that's my favorite part. The horse is like right in the fucking sack.
Because everybody's like, well, that's cultural appropriation. He's a white guy in a samurai. I'm like, he's not the last samurai in the movie, right? He's just telling the story of the last samurai. They're like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, your argument is stupid.
Because they never watched the movie, so they're just going based off of what they've seen.
Oh, I forgot to put a samurai movie on my list.
All right, Hefty.
Yeah, my number 9. It's another Tim Robbins movie. It's one that I hope a lot of people have seen, but I don't really hear a lot of people talking about it anymore. It's kind of an older movie. Arlington Road. With Jeff Daniels and Tim Robbins, and it's this wild conspiracy-driven movie where it's like, the guys. It's an incredible watch. It's tough to give like the synopsis of the movie away without giving away. Like, there's an awesome twist at the end. Hey, what's up, Pete? But yeah, Arlington Road. It's sublime performances by everybody, and obviously Tim Robbins because he's great in everything he's in. Not Jeff Daniels, Jeff Bridges. I want to say
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. Yeah, I was, for some reason, my stupid brain gets those guys confused. But it's a terroristic movie. It came out at a very interesting time in American history, and it is one of those movies that I was working, I think, at the movie theaters when I saw it. And it was one of those deals where I would like catch pieces of it. There's a few movies like that, like American Beauty and Fight Club and Arlington Road, I can think of specifically.
And Joan Cusack is in it.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, she's the wife. Yep. and it is a great movie. If you guys haven't seen it after the show, I absolutely recommend you guys go out and check it out. Right, yes, it's such a good movie. But that's my number 9.
He's watching it because Joan Cusack's in it.
She does really well in it too. Like, I totally forgot she was in it until you mentioned that. I'm like, oh yeah, shit, she's.
Oh no, she's a really good actor. Like even when she does voice acting, like Mars Needs Moms. That that movie just like went under the radar, but it's a pretty good little cartoon if you've never watched it. So
I've seen parts of it, but I haven't watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Number 8, I'm going to keep up with my Jim Henson thing, and we're going for the OG Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. That is by far the best version of the way they should look and movie of them all. Like, that is my favorite Turtles movie, but there's a reason it's at 8, and we'll get to that here in a few more spots. But I love that movie. It was so, like, when I was a kid, that movie hit me so hard. I burnt out our tape of that. My mom had to buy 3 of them as I grew up because I would just watch it on repeat. That was my jam.
Could you imagine if Hollywood kept going down that practical effect route instead of
CGI? They should have.
Oh my God! Can you imagine how good those costumes would be now? If
Dude, 100%. Yes.
So that movie, I remember, is the first movie I went to with my parents. That in the theater, it's the first movie I remember hearing a cuss word in a movie.
Yeah.
When Raphael loses his sight at the beginning, he's like, "Damn."
Yep. And you're like,
and I was like, "Did he just say? He just said a bad word." I was like, "What year did that come out?"
Like 91 or 92, I think.
Because I watched it when I was really young.
6.
I think it came out.
It was like one of those first movies.
You might be right. It might have been 90. I'm old. My memory is failing.
I want to say 91,
and also
wrong.
There's one scene that I hate. I mean, it's done so well, especially with the animatronic of the face. But when Splinter is captured and Raph does the whole yell thing, and it's like spinning around him. But like I think how they did like the lip quivering and stuff with the yelling and everything, I thought that was phenomenal how they did that, and that it actually showed emotion. And then when Leonardo starts crazy, like Splinter
came out there.
Katanas. Oh, it hits you right here.
Came out 6 days after I turned 18 in March 30th, 1990.
I was 5.
I was 11. Wow. Way to make me feel old, Danielle. Thanks. I wasn't alive. Holy fuck. All right.
Danielle was like, I was still nutting my dad's balls.
I was nobody.
I was still in the batter phase.
He was still the baby batter yet.
Oh, the burger.
Jimmy, number 8.
My number 8 is not a Sergio Leone film. It is a Stanley Kubrick film, which you might notice I'm pretty particular to. 2001: A Space Odyssey. I
love that.
I will start that movie at any point and finish it.
Yep.
I love the movie. I love the dialogue. Once you understand all the shit that's going on underneath the surface of all these conversations in the movie, and it makes the conversation super tense. And it's just one of the first 12 times I watched it, I didn't really get it, and then finally I got it. Like, and once you get it, it sticks with you, and then you just understand all the shit that's going on underneath, and it's another one of those things where it's kind of an acquired taste, and once you earn it, it's delicious.
But you saying you watched it 12 times before you actually got it?
That's what I was saying.
For 80 hours before it got good. I'm like,
no, that's a really in-depth movie. Like, you really gotta watch it.
I love the movie. I love the effects. Think of those effects. Again, those are practical effects from the 60s.
Effects are cool. I just think it is a boring, long, drawn-out fucking movie. And I'm just like, I have never made it to the whole thing. It is boring. I fall asleep every time.
The reason I watched it 12 times is because I didn't get it, and I wanted to fucking get it.
And then when you do get it,
or it could just be a shit movie, and it's just not meant to be.
It is absolutely not a shit movie, in my opinion. It's one of the greatest things ever put to cinema. I love it. I love everything about it. The effects are just a cherry on top, but the story underneath, because he wrote it with Arthur C. Clarke in real time as he was writing the book. They were writing the script for the movie. So
we listen, we don't judge.
Yeah, it's one
of
my favorites, and
we are literally split on this movie. Me and Travis, and it's funny the way the panels are worked out. Like me and Travis feel the same way about that movie,
and me and Jimmy feel the same way.
Yeah, and JJ and Jimmy. Feel the same
I adore that movie so much.
It's a lot of just the conversations Travis and I have. You can tell too, because my mind is always wandering to those places. Always. Like I'm always thinking about what's past the edge of the universe and what the hell actually happened, 13,000 years ago with a younger Dryas and shit like that. I'm always thinking about these unknowns, and that movie just perfectly kind of encapsulates that feeling for me. So
fair enough. Travis,
happy ending.
Don't judge me based off my guilty pleasure
judge.
Movie.
We listen, we don't judge.
Because my number 8 is a Tom Hanks movie, a little something called Sleepless in Seattle. I love that movie. I love the kids are actually great actors in it to get them back together. And Meg Ryan is still a smoke show, and Tom Hanks is... Well, you don't think Meg Ryan's hot?
Not anymore. No. Have you seen what she's done to her face? No.
Oh, I don't know. When was the last time you saw Meg Ryan in a movie? I was saying in this movie she was.
In that movie, yes, she was very attractive. But nowadays, because you said she's still hot, I'm like, no, she's not.
What was the Nicolas Cage Angel movie? I think that was like her hottest.
City of Angels. That movie was amazing. I cried so hard at the end of that movie. So hard at the end of that movie.
And I don't want the world.
That movie, or the song was written specifically for the movie through Nicolas Cage's eyes, which a lot of people don't know.
Now, Travis, I'm not saying this just because of the 2001 hate, but I've never finished Sleepless in Seattle. I've never watched the whole movie.
But I also enjoy chick flicks and love stories.
Yeah,
so
you do. He does love his chick flicks
as well.
Yeah. I have to be in like chick flicks are good if I'm really down for some reason. Like they're good for me, but I can't just sit and watch chick flicks.
But see, I love chick flicks. My wife does not. So she's like, "Oh, we're gonna watch a horror movie and stuff." I'm like, "Can we watch a chick flick?
Can we watch The Notebook, please?"
I want to cry today. I want to fucking cry.
I've never watched The Notebook.
Me and Danielle.
It's funny you say it's funny you say that, Travis. So like for a while, I want to say like close to about a year ago or so. My brother Tui and I would have what we would call sad Sundays or sad movie Sundays. And we would pick like a couple movies that were tearjerkers, and we'd get super high and we just watch these movies and fucking let it out, man. And,
Well, as a side note, before we continue, saddest movie, what's the movie that you've cried the most in?
I don't want to talk about this.
I cry a lot
because it's been brought up now.
Danielle says Marley and Me.
Oh man, fuck that! I don't like it when animals die. It's sad.
No, who does like when any
Turner and Hood, Marley and Me, Old Yeller. Let's just kill a dog.
Where the wild fern grows, or where the red fern grows.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you remember that? Where the red fern grows.
That's about coon hunting.
Yes, it sure was.
Raccoon hunting, people.
Raccoon Yeller.
Yeah.
Oh God.
My one that made me cry the most is it's a Kevin Costner movie that it's Jimmy's favorite actor, Kevin Costner. A Perfect World.
Oh my God, I love that movie.
I cried. I was a kid at the time, and I remember. I know I had to be really young because my parents were still married, and like at the end when they shot him and he died, I was like, I just didn't understand. I'm like, He just had tickets to Disney. He just wanted to take his kids to Disney World.
Dude,
They just shot it, and it fucking
that was
crushed
a
me.
great movie that I feel flew under the radar a lot. And a lot of people don't talk about, but they fucking should, because that movie is amazing. Wonderful movie. I agree with you on that one.
That and 8 Pounds, the Will Smith one where
The concussions?
No, 8 Pounds.
Oh, my bad. I was thinking
he's meeting all these people through the whole thing, and all these people, like there's a blind guy, there's a guy with heart issues and stuff, and he's finding all these people that are just good people, and at the end he kills himself and donates his body so they all get pieces of his body, 8 pounds of his body.
Oh,
shit. It's a good tearjerker. I highly recommend it.
I've never even heard of that. I'm definitely gonna have to check.
It's really
that
good.
out.
He kills himself with like a Portuguese man of war in a bathtub because it knows it keeps the body.
What's it
organs.
called? 8 pounds.
8 pounds. Highly recommend.
So
might try as much as The Perfect World, maybe.
God damn, that's a great movie. Good shout.
So
number
My
8
Cry movie, weirdly enough, is a more up-to-date movie, and it's a Disney movie, weirdly enough. And I know she can hear me, so she's going to chime in here in a minute.
It's okay.
So about a few months ago, we watched Elemental together, and we start watching it. I'm like, oh, this looks cute. Like, so I sit down, I watch it with her. I'm like, and as the movie's going, I'm like, I'm so fire. By the end of the movie, I'm crying like a fucking girl, and I'm like, I'm the water character, and I'm bawling like a fucking girl. She's right there. You can ask her. I was legit crying, like snot bubble cry.
Oh, the ugly crying. Yeah, that's great.
The ugly crying. And I was like, I'm such the water
How
character.
bad 8 pounds made me cry? I was watching it by myself, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh no!
And
well, that's the worst.
This was before my daughter was born and everything, and I was watching it. I was crying so hard. My wife came out of the bedroom. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "The fucking movie." It was crazy.
That's and I love the movies that get you like that, especially and Travis, like when you're watching them alone. I get it, dude, because there's nobody around. You're just like, oh no, and then you're like, there's nobody's around to say.
I'm in touch with my emotions. I cry. I don't give a fuck.
My
that shit.
My number 8 was Green Mile.
Green Mile.
That's another one that I ugly cried to, which actually kind of ties in. Yeah, that's one of the movies that I cried to the most whenever it's on is the Green Mile. Just like the whole fucking last 20 minutes. It's just like I'm a blubbering mess.
Don't put that hood over my head,
I'm
scared.
I hate
I'm scared of the dark.
Yep. Yeah, that was wild. But
like
yeah, that's
young coffee.
Oh, not to drink only not spelled the same.
Yeah, and I hate that guy, the bad guy in that one that's like trying to kill the rat and all that stuff. Like I hate that.
He was a pedo, it turns out.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that dude that played the freaking dude that you love to hate, like he was like a chomo. Like
wow.
Yeah, who knew, right?
The book was amazing.
Yeah, the book was phenomenal.
Oh great, we lost JJ. Now it's time for 7. All right, Jimmy, go ahead and with your number 7.
Hold on a second. The guard. I thought you were talking about like the Sam Rockwell. I was like, what? No. The bad guard.
Oh, the guard, Percy.
Percy. Yeah. I was like, holy shit. Okay. Since JJ is out, my number 7 was Ghost directed and partially directed by Sergio Leone. He's not the official director, but My Name is Nobody. It's another spaghetti western. It's another one with Henry Fonda in it, and it's got if you've never watched the Nobody or the Trinity spaghetti westerns, they're some of the best. And this one is about a retired legendary gunslinger named Frank Beauregard, who just trying to go retire overseas and live his life. And nobody, that's what he calls himself, because nobody is faster than Frank Beauregard. So he calls himself Nobody, but nobody won't just let him go. He's got to make him go out as a legend. And he pretty much forces Frank into this showdown with this giant army of other cowboys. And it's an amazing movie. And there's just like one little quick scene where Frank's getting ready to fight That's one of the scenes that kind of gets me. Like I get close to kind of getting choked up on that. Just the weird shit like that's what gets me. Just thinking about being Frank Beauregard out there. I'm sorry, Jack Beauregard. I had Frank in my head because of Once Upon a Time in the West, Jack Beauregard. But yeah, my name is Nobody, and Marcia Dell loved the movie so much after I showed it to her. That's why her username is Name's Nobody.
Oh, fuck.
That's
All
cool.
right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
That is super cool.
How did I not know that?
I think we all just learned something today about Marcel.
Yeah, she loved that character of Trinity. Nobody. She loved him so much she just fell in love with the whole series. So we sat and watched all of them. And those have like super fond memories because that was some of the movies I remember watching at the drive-in with my dad. The few weird times I ever got to watch a movie with him, those were some of his favorites, and that I just grew to love them. It's super cheesy and corny and slapstick, but they're just fun, awesome movies. But Sergio Leone ghost directed this one. You can definitely tell that it's him that did this movie.
Nice.
All right, JJ, what was your number 7? We skipped you.
No, it's fine. My number 7 is Shaun of the Dead. It's just something about that movie that no matter what it's doing, where I am, like if I see that it's on, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to watch it. It always makes me feel good. I always laugh. And I love the fact by the end of it, he keeps his friend, even though he's a zombie, and they still play together. They still hang out. Like everything about it, like even though like when it starts, his girlfriend was completely against him having this friend. But by the end of it, they're kind of stuck with him because now he's a zombie and he can't go anywhere else. Yeah. So now they're stuck together.
Well, I mean,
forever.
he did sacrifice himself for them.
He totally did.
Got to keep him around.
No, I get it.
And you know what's funny is that movie.
You want me to do Clyde? I know it'll make you laugh.
Oh, but that's
not about the bar.
But it's so funny that movie almost made my list. So when I first saw the trailer for it, it was for a movie that I was. It was a trailer for some other movie that I was watching. And I saw it. I was like, this shit looks fucking retarded. I was like, I'm not going to fucking watch this. It looks so stupid. I watched it. Then I watched it again. I watched it a third time. And then I went out and I bought the DVD. And I still have it over there. And that is one of my favorite movies that I never thought. Did
anybody expect an actual Winchester rifle to be at the Winchester? The first time you watched it. You're just thinking the Winchester.
Like, and again, because Brits don't have guns, so
which is even funnier.
But
and then he
great
movie.
Too.
My favorite scene is with the jukebox and
don't stop me now.
So that song comes on quite often at work, and I can't.
Every time I hear that song, I think of that scene.
When the one dude gets pulled through the window and ripped apart.
Yeah.
Like, we were having such a good time watching the movie because Jess was just a little girl at the time. Mm-hmm. And then that shit happened, fucking freaked her out. Like, I wasn't expecting it because, there was a little bit of gore, but nothing to that extreme.
Yeah. And then they rip apart Harry Potter. Trev, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is an oldie but a goodie. We got Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Christy Swanson, sexy. And then it also had Pee Wee Herman.
I was going to say Paul Rubens because that was his first shit after the whole adult theater thing. That was the first thing he'd been in since then.
I just love the end credits where he's still going that
yeah. Yes.
Bitch took my arm. And Luke Perry, that was one of my favorite movies with him in, besides 8 Seconds, which Lane Frost. But Luke Perry was awesome. And I just really enjoyed it. And Christy Swanson, you threw a knife at my head and you caught it. No. You threw a knife at my head. You caught it.
And you caught it. Yeah. What was that? Sutherland, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Donald Sutherland?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Kiefer, that's for damn sure, yeah.
Yeah, Kiefer.
No, because he would have had to kill his own son because he a vampire, yo.
I know, that'd be awesome if we had the Buffy the Vampire Slayer and the Lost Boys crossover.
Oh, that would be amazing. And
I'd watch that.
Sutherland.
I'm on board
Speaking
for
of
that.
Kiefer Sutherland, do you like 8 Seconds or The Cowboy Way? What's your favorite?
8 seconds.
I've never seen
seconds.
either one.
8
Oh,
seconds is
okay.
better than the Cowboy Way, except for the
Okay.
Cowboy Way. They tied him up and made the baby cow go on
Yeah.
his dick. So that was pretty
Cowboy
funny.
Way is such a better movie in my opinion.
That's
but,
Woody Harrelson, right? Woody
Yeah,
Harrelson.
yeah. Pepper.
Though I do like Young Guns a lot better than
But
that.
that was my number 7. I gotta grab something upstairs. I'll be right back.
Yes, absolutely. So my number 7 is The Land Before Time.
Oh God, no!
Because that is a great movie, and it's sad, and it was like, you know, when a lot of animated kids movies were coming out, you had like, you know, All Dogs Go to Heaven. Yeah, Silver Bullet, great fucking movie. Silver Bullet is a great fucking movie. But you had like Fern Gully and like all these
Fern
animated
Gully,
movies for kids coming out, like An American Tail and stuff like that. And but The Land Before Time, because it was like a Don Bluth film, it had kind of like a different vibe to it, and it dealt with a lot of heavy stuff, I think, for like a kids movie.
No,
Not
I
just
really
for an
like-
animated kids movie, and you know, and I just think it was one of those ones that was amazing and was one of those like captured lightning in a bottle. And I know there's like a million these sequels to it, but I mean, as far as I'm
Only
concerned,
the first one counts. All the rest are
yeah,
trash.
yeah.
It was so good that Don Bluth left Disney and did his own thing.
Yeah, which was great
Yeah.
for him because
Yeah.
he, you know, again was a phenomenal. And there were so many talented people doing. Pete, yep. Oh, that was Ducky. Yeah,
That was Ducky.
yep. Which is on her
Longhorns
tombstone, which
don't
is
play
sad.
with 3 necks or
Long
3
neck,
horns. I don't know. why I said 3 necks. I'm an idiot. My bad. Okay,
3
never mind.
necks.
It's
I
raining
think-
outside, Jimbo.
It is.
I know. I'm an ass.
I can hear it dripping on my air conditioner unit. Makes me
Hell yeah.
sleepy.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about.
So we
You
on
and
number
I'm
6?
telling you, Jimmy, you and me, man, we can do business, bro. We can do business, buddy.
I get a tin roof.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Listen to
the
the rain.
stop.
No.
Don't even. We're the 2 oldest guys gonna be on this shoot, man. We gotta fucking wax old guy style.
That's right. Be showing them.
Hell yeah.
Showing
we
them
will.
how to.
These young whippersnappers.
Yeah, this is how you skin a rabbit, boys, and they're like,
Yeah.
no.
Like, are you kidding me? I peeled a pig's face off its head and wore it
Nice.
twice.
Nice.
I know what I'm doing. The hardest part is getting the snout because there's a lot of cartilage in there. So to get,
I mean, was
intact, you
it
gotta, like-
dead first because they're
Yes, yes, it was dead first. Yeah, it was.
I've done
yes.
it with a live pig.
I would hope so. That poor pig. It's like Face Off. And can I just say real quick before we keep going, we're up to 13 or 14 viewers right now. So
That's
thank
awesome.
you all for being here.
Yes,
I
that's so
appreciate
cool.
the hell out of all of you. Thank you so much for being in the chat. Thank you for being here. Like this is why we do it.
Yes,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
look
I'm good.
look at Marchdale reading my mind. It's nap time. I'm
that's what I'm talking about, baby.
4 times. The first one,
Uh-huh.
when his mom dies.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I was whispering.
No, you're fine. The mic probably still heard you. You're fine.
I was being quiet.
It's a good microphone.
That's
It's a
it.
snowball.
You got snowball.
Oh,
baby.
no way. What's up, buddy? Hell yeah, bro. And that's kind of what we're on. And that's kind of where we're going with it. So they're not really. And JJ and I were kind of talking about this out on his porch when I was over there earlier. It's like, I don't have guilty pleasure movies. Like, I own it. If I like it, I fucking like it. If you don't like it, sniff my fucking socks. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Can I read my number 6 in? Because I got to go do this thing. For
Yes,
a minute.
yes.
Go ahead.
All right, my number 6, and I'll give you the story behind it, is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. The first
That almost
Ooh.
made mine. That literally
Yeah.
almost made mine. Oh,
Good
but
one.
please, I got to hear this.
Yeah, not only was it like one of the funniest movies I'd ever watched in my life, Jessica, my oldest, was born that same year, 1993. We had the videotape, of course, and even as a baby, before she could talk, she would get her little blankie in her bottle and pull her little chair over in front of the TV, and she would watch that on repeat all day long. But I've seen that movie probably 1,000 times because of that. But it's to me, that's like the best Jim Carrey. I like
agree.
it better than Dumb and Dumber. I
Yeah,
like it
I
better
agree.
than the
I love
Nomad.
Ace Ventura.
It was
Nuff
Jim
is
Carrey
here?
being able to be Nuff just
Nothing?
up and Nuff bought up Terror at Blood Fart Lake. Fuck yeah, Nuff.
Nice.
Actually,
All right, I've got to go do my thing, but I'll be back in just a few minutes.
What number
No
we
worries.
on?
6.
Number 6. So
JJ hasn't done his yet.
Yeah, let me go first. My number 6, and Travis, you will love and probably hate this, is The Dark Knight. I can quote that movie word for word when I watch it because I have sat through that movie so many times. I cannot tell you anymore how many times I've watched that movie. It is by far my favorite Batman movie, other than the OG Batman movie, which I've also sat through 1,000 times. And that's why I said you're going to hate this. Heath Ledger's Joker is my favorite. That is the main reason I love that movie, because he's just so good at being
I thought
weird
Jared Leto
and
was your
creepy.
favorite.
that's only when he's trolling you.
No, that's your favorite. We all know
No.
you love the damage tattoo on the forehead.
Real quick enough, Terror at Blood Fart Lake, a signed Blu-ray copy by Chris Seaver. That
Wait, we know Chris Seaver.
yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot
It's
about that.
me, Chris Seaver, and Ben Scrivens we're the only guys that own this. Pretty fucking cool.
Which
and
is
it
pretty
has Blood
fucking
Fart 2 on it as well. But yeah, Chris Seaver's a great guy.
Pictures.
Yeah, Hefty, you see
Rogue,
this?
yes, I do.
This is original, over 20 years old.
Stop!
That's so cool.
Aim for the head. Shaun of the Dead. Original,
Okay.
over 20 years old. This is what I went upstairs to go find because I was like,
Okay, that is
dope.
amazing. That is amazing.
That is dope. But I don't know. There's just something about the Dark Knight that I don't know. Like it since I watched it the first time, I've been hooked. It's like my go-to Batman movie all the time.
well, unfortunately, I don't have any Batman on any of my lists. None of them are my guilty pleasures because they're just amazing, and they don't have to be guilty pleasures. They're just good fucking movies.
Yeah, I agree. But it's my favorite of them all, and it's another one of those. Like even if it's on TV, I'm like, ooh, The Dark Knight's on, and I'll just watch it from wherever it's at. Okay.
Do you know how many videos I've watched how they're psychoanalyzing the Joker in that movie? And like, was he special forces? Was he all this stuff?
Yep.
Did he use all? And I'm just like, it's just an interesting character. How he
Oh
built
no,
it.
I love his character in that movie because you just don't know because he's so different, which I think is a good dynamic to what you get with Jack and what you got with Caesar Romero at the time. Because other than Mark Hamill's Joker, which is the cartoon one, they were the only other live action ones. So for him to be that,
Well, you got Jack
weirdly out
Nicholson,
there.
which is
He was my
well, that's what I
favorite
mean. You had
Joker.
Jack and you had Caesar Romero at the time. Those were the only other two live action Jokers to that point.
I mean, I love Heath Ledger's Joker for who he is, but when it comes to Joker, I really appreciate
I can
Jack.
see that.
Jack is it's a big one, but also Batman, like 89
Yep.
Batman, so it kind of fits.
Yo, Groovy, did you tell Nuff we're making a movie?
Oh yeah, hey Nuff, we're making a movie. I wrote a movie.
Yeah. By the way, what's your number 6, Trav?
My number 6, I'm still in from the Jim Henson repertoire.
Yes.
That is Labyrinth.
Yes.
I love Labyrinth.
Jennifer
and I don't
Connelly.
care about anything else in the movie. I just want to meet Ludo, and I just want to like give him a big hug, and he'd be like, "Ludo, friend."
Groovy friend.
Yes, I love Ludo, and plus, as a kid, I always loved the, the Bog of Eternal Stench and the
Yes, the furnace. Come on, Sir
Yep.
Dennis.
Idiot.
I smell nothing. My princess, come forth.
She
Howdy-ho.
goes down.
She chose down. Too late now.
Are you lying? No.
It's like, then me here. So I don't know. I forgot how it goes. I've been here so long.
Nobody loves Hoggle.
No,
Friend.
no.
Ambrosia?
Ambrosia? Yes.
But yes, I love Labyrinth, and of course, David Bowie in a giant cod piece. And
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
the one thing that really disappoints me is to find out the crystal ball things.
Yes,
It wasn't actually David Bowie doing it. It was somebody else's hands in front and superimposed. And I was like,
which is, but still pretty cool that somebody can do that with those, as I bet you here and down, and is doing all like the liquid shit with it. Like,
yep.
That was awesome. No, it's Hoggle. Hogwarts, Hoggle.
Should have had second billing. That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yeah.
All right, Hefty, you're number 6.
My number 6 is close. Never Ending Story. Fucking love that movie. Fucking love that movie, dude.
Such a good movie.
These hands, they look like good, strong hands.
I feel so bad for the rock biter, man.
Yeah, dude, he watches all, even the man with the funny racing snail. I couldn't hold on to them. Now I'll sit and wait for the nothing to take me
through my fingers.
They look
like as a kid's movie, that's so dark and sad, but yet it's so good.
There's a lot of lessons to be learned in that. Like Bastion's mom is dead.
Oh, come on, Artex. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, Artex ain't getting out of that one. Yeah, I cried. That's one of the ones that I cried to the most.
Yep.
I always had to close my eyes with the wolf nothing.
Gamork.
Like it scared the shit out of me all the time. So I was like,
Yes, with the snail. Yes.
And the giant turtle. I thought it was pretty cool too.
It doesn't matter whether or not it matters.
And you have the Sphinx with the titties.
Yes. Dude, and that dude that gets blasted by the Sphinx's laser and then the thing blows his helmet up and he's this charred corpse.
Yes.
What? That movie was
movie.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty fucking dark when you really think about it.
80s PG, baby. That was the shit.
Man, look at our pace. We're at 57 minutes and we're on number 5. We're timing it perfectly.
We are now, but I really got to pee, so I will be back.
All right. JJ, you're number 5.
My last of my Jim Henson entries, and it goes back to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's the second one, Secret of the Ooze. If they would have kept the same design from the first movie and kept Corey Feldman as Donatello, would have been a smash hit. But I didn't like the change of costumes. I didn't like the change in his voice. But everything about that movie, I love. I could watch that time and time again without gonna get bored once. It's just such a feel-good, fun movie because it kind of makes them more goofy and not so dark, but also keeps that dark tone in it because it still goes back to the first one. And I don't know. I love that one more than the first one, and it is my favorite of all the Ninja Turtle movies ever made. Hands down.
I agree. I like Secret of the Ooze more than I like the first one. First one was very adult when I was a kid.
Yep.
And yes, April O'Neil was definitely an upgrade. I did not find April in the first one attractive at all.
Yep. I agree with that.
And also you had Keno. I like Keno as a character, the pizza delivery guy. And did you know that the guy who played Keno, he played, I think it was Michelangelo in the first movie.
Raphael.
He was Raphael, and he was in the costume in the first one. So it was awesome. I really enjoyed that movie. And you got Vanilla Ice
doing the turtle rap.
Yeah.
Come on, it's a great song. It's on my phone.
Super Shredder. You also had Diesel.
Kevin Nash played Super
Kevin
Shredder.
Nash. Yeah.
All right, stop. It's the Mean Machine gonna rock the town without being seen. Have you ever seen a turtle get down? Slam the damn news went down.
Jeez.
We are a bunch of giant children.
I mean, look at our rooms. We have toys and shit everywhere. We are nerds. Bye, Pamela. Have a good night.
Love you, Mom. Have a good night.
And plus, I don't care how cheesy they are. I like Toka and Razor's like
because they were like dumb. And
yeah,
that's what
they were
made them
dumb.
funny. Yeah, they were just dumbasses. It made them great. I feel like they wanted to do the other two, but they're like, let's do these two instead. So they made them dumb, like Bebop and Rocksteady, and they were just goofy. And I'm like, all right, I kind of like that. That's fun.
Mama! No, I'm not your mama.
Babies, they're babies,
Babies. I said it once and I'll say it again. Man, I love being a turtle.
Great,
It's a great
fucking movie.
I've seen that movie way more than I've seen the first one, actually.
I think
we don't talk about the third one, Turtles in Time. We don't talk about that one.
We don't discuss that.
We don't talk about when they bring a female turtle in. That's fucking dumb.
Oh, that dumb like Power Ranger crossover they did too? Like that was horrible. We don't talk about any of that. But Jimmy, what's your number 5?
Your number 5.
My number 5 is, and they call me Betty. Kung Pao.
Enter the fist.
Enter the fist. Yep.
They call me Betty.
Swinging the chain.
Old lady
Swinging the chain. Oh man,
he's wearing the squeaky
if that's
shoes
on,
again.
I'm watching it. The CGI with the cow is so dated now, but it's still just so good to watch. Like it's.
Oh no, I agree.
And
I am the chosen one. I call him Tungy.
And the more you watch it, the more shit you catch. Like there's just all kinds of hidden shit in like almost every scene. Like the little pyramid spaceships are hidden through the whole fucking movie. And you know, like the Titanic under the waterfall and shit like that. Just little Easter eggs hidden through the whole thing. Not only is it fucking hilarious, but I just like watching movies where you can just discover more and more stuff as it goes on. But
I loved his Bat Thumb shorts.
Thumb. Yeah.
Have you seen Bat Thumb, JJ?
Thanks for watching.
No, I haven't. Now I'm curious.
We are gonna have to watch that after the show because I'm a bat. That's a thumb. I mean, I'm Bat Thumb.
Yeah, he had like a whole thumb series, didn't he? Like
yeah.
It was
like
more than just
annoying
Batman.
Orange, but they're thumbs.
Are we talking about the guy from Kung Pao?
That's the
Enter
movie.
That was number 5.
Such a great movie.
That was my 5.
I am Ling's father. Whew.
I like
you can call me Betty.
Betty. We are both ventriloquists.
I want you to hit me with the sticks as hard as you can. I will
go for
like damn.
We gave him slippers that squeak. Yes.
All right, my number 5 is The Rundown with The Rock and Sean William Scott.
Such a good movie.
Every time I see it, I don't care where it's at. It's just hilarious, especially when he's like, "Oh, you like thunderstorms? Little bit of lightning, little bit of thunder, lightning, thunder," and then he gets knocked the fuck out. I just love that movie, and my wife is actually the one that showed me that movie. And it is one of my favorites. And it's, I think, The Rock's actually funniest role, I actually think. Besides when he played Tooth Fairy, which I thought was really funny too as an adult still, but I don't care. But I love The Rundown, so that is my number 5.
My number 5 is an old one, Kirk Douglas and James Mason, and what the hell is his name? Peter Lorre and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah, that's an old school.
That is an old one, but goddamn, do I love that movie. The special effects were phenomenal back in the day with the giant squid and all the underwater shots. And, you know, the dude that worked on the mechanical giant squid went on to do Bruce the shark in Jaws.
Yeah.
But that's one of those movies where it's just so good. There's so many awesome lines, whether it be Kirk Douglas or me, James Mason, Mr. Latt. And it was just, it was phenomenal.
I remember the Kraken scene, the squid scene.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like man, that was like an iconic scene of my childhood. Like
yes.
Like if you hadn't seen that movie, you just weren't cool. And back then we didn't have VHSs and shit even then. So like if
It's
you
like we
missed
had
it,
Betamaxes, you know.
Yeah,
That's
No,
what
we
I was
didn't
telling
even have
you.
that.
They got the Betamax.
Beta was the superior format. To be fair, it just lost out to VHS.
To be fair,
so
To be
how
fair.
it worked at my house was Sunday nights when the Wonderful World of Disney come on.
Oh yeah,
If you
Yup,
didn't
I remember
haul
those.
ass back to the house to watch that, like you just fucking
Yep.
missed it. You just
Oh yeah,
you
you
didn't
missed.
see it. Yeah. It's like the movie The Car. You know,
Yeah,
it came on one time. I blinked and missed the demon face at the end, and it took me years to finally go back and
you gotta
rewatch
search
that.
the TV guide and see when the hell it's coming
Yeah,
back
so-
on. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
first
Yeah.
TV guide. Kids of today will not know what that feels like. They have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To plan your shows.
Man?
Yeah.
I talked about it at work today. I'm like,
Yep.
when was the last time you saw a fucking phone book?
JJ.
Yeah,
Frozen.
yeah, that's fair.
You used to be able to like see people's addresses, phone numbers, full name, and everything, and now it's like all that stuff is gone. Did we lose JJ? Is he frozen?
Yeah.
Yep,
No,
there we go. My bad.
There we go.
I thought you guys froze because you guys all got locked up, and I was like,
No,
oh, wait,
your
what happened?
computer was stuttering. It was just,
It was a
Owner
really
LED.
bad one.
Okay.
But no, like
Those
that
butters like
that
me.
squid scene, it's just one of those like it's when you see it as a kid, that shit sticks in your head.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. You saved my life. Why? Well, that's a good question. Well, there's only one thing a fella's got to do when he's made a mistake this big. What's that? Get drunk. Like a Disney movie. A Disney movie. Oh, and we lost Jimmy.
yeah, that's cool. We can go to number 4.
Number 4.
Real quick before I get into number 4, going back to you, Travis, the Rundown, I think, has one of Christopher Walken's best ever performances in that movie. When he's like, "You have a goal into a man's house and open his fridge." Like that whole line is just so stupid, but he delivers it with such
Yeah.
conviction. You're like, no, I would never
Yeah.
open another man's fridge. And it's funny to me because, as you know, Hefty, my brother's online handle is Mr. Hatcher.
Mr. Hatcher.
From
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
movie, because when he was a kid, I showed him that movie and he fell in love with that movie. So to this day, anything he does, that is his online handle, is Mr. Hatcher, because of that movie.
You're talking to my guy all wrong.
Not the wrong tone.
You got the wrong tone.
I don't do a good Christopher Walken. I
You
won't
say it
do
again, I'll stab you in the face with the soldering iron.
The soldering iron.
I wish he was here because he's got a good one, but then we'll never ever get a word in because he runs everything when he talks.
Yeah,
So we'll
You
never
start
get
talking,
anything.
I'd be like, all right, shut up. Next.
Yup. It's hard to reel him in when he gets running.
All right, Jimbo.
We know.
Jimbo, what's your number 4, baby?
Hold on, I got to settle down. I just got through cussing out the tax relief people. I was like, however the fuck I got on this list, take me the fuck off of it. Like, yes sir. My number 4 is
Boo!
Tron.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh,
Tron.
okay.
the original Tron.
Okay.
Like Jeff Bridges as Finn and or Flynn, sorry, but the effects at the time, my mom fell asleep. She took me to that movie, probably about the same age, Travis, that you saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think I was like 7 or 8. She fell asleep during that movie, but I was as bought in and as interested in that as I was Star Wars.
It's a good movie.
Like the original, we all would grab sticks and act like we were pulling the fucking light cycles over our head, and we'd run around the yard and shit. We're like,
That's
And,
cool.
but that's just one of those iconic theater experiences that I get a little taste out of when I catch that thing on TV. I just, the sound effects, the black light, like just the way they did shit in black light and made it look like computer generated stuff, and then the computer generated stuff on top of that.
True.
Like it had to take like all of the world's computing power to make that movie at the time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, like now you can make it on your phone in 5
Oh, yeah,
minutes.
yeah. You could. We couldn't.
But it's just one of those movies that it's like the Kraken fight in 20,000 Leagues. Like the light cycle scene in Tron, man, like it's just one of those experiences. If you were lucky enough to have been a kid in a theater at that time, the first time they fucking fire up those light cycles, shit, like, oh man, that was one of the best movie experiences I ever had. And when I see it on TV, I gotta watch it.
Hell yeah! All right,
Fair enough. It's a good one.
Trev, number 4, baby.
Okay, so I'm gonna share a picture, and I'm gonna see if y'all know what movie it's from. Okay, so a little bit of trivia.
All right.
Let me share my screen.
Yeah, I'm waiting on you. I got you.
Taboo with Kay Parker.
Pet.
Beyond the Green Door.
Oh, is that Sarah Jessica Parker?
I was gonna say, yeah, that's still a young, hot
Sarah
Sarah
Jessica Parker. The
Jessica
only
Parker.
time I found her attractive, besides Hocus Pocus, she was a hot whore in that one too.
Her face
Yes,
looks
she
like a
was.
foot.
So
I don't know.
This is Sarah Jessica Parker, and she plays in Flight of the Navigator.
Nuff got it. What a shock. Nuff got it. Hell yeah, Nuff.
Yes, Flight of the Navigator. I love Flight of the Navigator.
Bam.
Oh, he meant
He's
to close
trying- he
the
was
other
trying to-
window and close his.
Oh, I was like,
bet
yo,
he's there
did you
bitching
just
at himself
fire him
right
for
now,
that?
like,
I was
fuck.
like,
Yeah, fuck your number 4.
Yeah, I was like, jeez, let's get him. back
God
here
damn
quick.
it!
There we go.
Yeah, Pee Wee Herman doing the voice of the alien, the ship and stuff, and then that's every time I hear the Beach Boys, like it brings me back, and I want to have the little pad things that he's using to fly the things like round, round, get around, I get
I get
around,
around,
oh,
with-
get around, woo!
Get around.
Yeah,
Oh, we're not doing that.
I just love that movie. I want that little alien that he had that like was
Yes.
on his shoulder and stuff. I want it, and then I just want Pee Wee Herman to be around. Like, I know you are, but what am I? And I'm like, yeah.
Listen, today we're gonna be sharing the Flight of the Navigator.
I've never heard you do that impression. That was a good one.
God, thank you.
But yes, it also had a young Sarah Jessica Parker. One of the only 2 times I ever found her attractive.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Hocus
very
Pocus was the other one.
There's very
Yeah, Hocus Pocus is number 1. She's
Yup.
like, I'm muck, and I'm like, titties bouncing. Anyway, you know, kids movies, you know,
Yeah,
witches
kids
and
movies,
virgins and Sarah Jessica Parker being a whore.
a blacklit candle.
Mm.
I don't know.
My number 4 is all right, let's see. When Eddie said he didn't like his Teddy, you knew he was a no good kid. But when he threatened your life with a switchblade knife, what a guy. Betty cried, and I did. The Rocky Horror Picture Show,
Oh.
motherfuckers.
Look at us all confused and shit.
I was sitting there like,
That's a
Damn
good
it,
shout,
damn
bro.
it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because it had meatloaf in it. It had fucking Barry.
Tim Curry.
Tim
Tim
Curry.
Curry, who's a
Susan
recurring
Sarandon,
role in
Barry.
today's lists.
Yes. Barry
Susan
Bostwick,
Sarandon was like
Yep.
19 years old.
So hot.
who ended up marrying Tim Robbins.
Yeah.
So there's themes here. But dude, so I remember I lived in Louisiana when I first saw that, and it was a midnight screening, and it was one of those audience participation ones, and it was at the Lakeside Theater. I'll never forget it, in Metairie, Louisiana, in like 1990. God, it had to be 1993. And I went and I saw it for the first time, and it was one of those ones where like I'd never been to it before. So my dad's girlfriend's daughter at the time, who went with me because she was older, and she's like, all right, listen, she's like, these guys are hardcore about this shit. So if anybody asks you any questions about this movie, here's your answer for them and stuff. And nobody gave me a hard time, but I went in, I was blown away. I ended up playing Riff Raff in a couple of midnight things where, you know, everybody would go. But man, what a blast. What a great movie.
Great
It's
movie.
so stupid. It's so dumb.
It's just a jump to the left.
Put your hands on your hips.
I know everybody's burned out on Jack Black, but a couple
Yes.
years ago when they did that time warp for voting or whatever the hell it was, Like I loved when he sung "Time." Let's do the time warp again.
I thought that's my number 4 because man, I'll tell you what, not a lot of people talk about that movie again these days. You know, if you were there, you were fucking there, man.
Well,
And you're old.
I was in Dallas.
Jackson.
I only saw the audience participation one. I've only been there to one, and they shut it down in Dallas. They stopped doing it because there were assholes that ruined it with like the bread and stuff. Like people were putting like rocks and bricks inside of loaves of bread, and like throwing it and hitting people. And I'm like, why do you have to ruin a good fucking thing?
And now you fast forward to the chicken jockey shit in Minecraft, where they pulled Minecraft from theaters because people can't keep their shit together for the fucking chicken jockey shit. And if you don't know what I'm talking about,
which makes 0 sense,
just type in chicken jockey on YouTube and watch.
And just see how much popcorn we can get all over the theater and throwing everything
and drinks
else.
And stuff. There was a live chicken at one. Like me and my buddy were joking that it would have been hilarious if they did like a live chicken sacrifice at one for the chicken jockey. It's like chicken jockey, and they cut the fucking chicken's neck and it goes spurting all around the fucking thing. I'm just like, what did you guys ruin the movie?
Yeah, people are just assholes.
Nobody actually wants to go see the movie because it's just a shit movie. But
I don't know. It blew the piss out of Rachel Zegler.
Oh no, I know it made money because it's Minecraft. Doesn't mean it's a good movie.
Well, that depends on which side of the wallet you're on.
My grandkids really liked it. They were talking about because Sora had his
because they're kids and it's a Minecraft movie.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
I play Minecraft.
But I'm saying all the people, the adults that are doing all this crazy shit, it wasn't made for them. They're ruining it for everybody else. Is what I mean.
That must have been what was going on in the truck this morning because he had his Minecraft backpack on. She's like, he's got a chicken jockey, and they were like, "Whoa,
yeah, chicken jockey."
I was like, "What the hell?
Would you stop?" Sorry, she's playing with the dog because my dog thinks he's a cat, and he goes after the laser. So she just poked me in the face with it.
All right, guys, we made it to the top 3. Top 3. So let's go with number 3.
This is where it got hard for me.
My top 3, nobody's gonna have. I guarantee you on any of my top 3 on this. But
so my number 3 for me is a movie that when I was a kid I was like terrified of, and I couldn't watch it. It would freak me out. But now as an adult, I love it, and I'm wearing the shirt right now. Is The Exorcist. I could watch that bitch on repeat daily and never get bored. It's just such, by far, one of the best horror movies ever made. It's just so well done.
Just wait.
All the acting off the board is amazing. Like, to me, that is my favorite horror movie, and like I said, I could watch that bitch on repeat. I love that movie at this point.
I will play the tough guy and look at Exorcist shit and like go to the wax museum and fuck with Reagan and shit. But legitly, if there's Exorcist shit like on my computer or whatever, I will skip past it because it freaked me so much out as a kid.
I get that.
I can't fucking like it. Like it. And you know, I could go back and watch it now and see how they did shit in it, but it just brings that shit back. Yeah.
Yeah, so Jimmy, you're just a couple of years older than myself, and you're of that generation that would have been able to see it in the theaters.
Yeah,
which it would have, but that was kind of the thing. Like The Exorcist, when that came out, dude, that was what, 73?
Yeah, I was too young to see it in the theater.
But good God, man, that did damage to a lot of people. A lot of people. I
remember the first time I saw it on television, and you know, it was highly edited for television and stuff, but the fucking voice, the sounds are what, like I couldn't sleep for fucking days. You know, just hearing that old fucking crusty voice, and that movie fucked me up. And legitly to this day, I'll watch stuff. It doesn't, you know, I can get through it, but if I'm just sitting here by myself, I will just skip right on past that shit.
I'll protect you, Jimmy. Don't worry, I'll protect you, buddy.
The thing about it for me is I was raised Roman Catholic. So like even as a kid, my grandmother used to tell me all these things about all these kids or people got possessed. And then I saw this movie as a kid and it blew my fucking mind. It mind fucked me. It was so bad.
The
Better
best
than
sequel
Mouth
ever
Puppy, I
was,
guess.
It was like
I don't know if
I
you've
was
ever
raised
watched.
Roman Catholic, and as a kid, and it was like, fuck me, and I was like, what?
I had to swallow the priest's
Fuck me
semen
now.
sermon. Oh, God, yeah.
He's like, it's cool, it's pea soup, open wide.
You want to be like Linda Blair, don't you?
Remember that Repossessed movie, the Zucker
Yes, that
Brothers?
was great with Leslie
He's like,
Nielsen. Yeah, dude. With the Devil in the Blue
Leslie
Dress
Nielsen.
song, that
Why
was
has nobody
so
got one of
funny.
his movies on their list. I feel ashamed of all of us right now that
No.
none of his movies that came up.
All right, then I'll switch my number 3 then.
Yeah.
Well,
Although I
Linda
wanna stick
Blair
with my
grew up and had great tits.
We'll throw in some. We'll
Yes,
throw
she
in
did.
some honorable
Honorable
mentions.
mentions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
fair enough.
All
All
right.
right, Jimmy, number
My
3.
number 3 is Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke.
Yes.
I will watch
Classic.
that anytime. I've got most of the movie memorized. I've watched that on Cinemax and HBO so much that
Cinemax, yes, or
Yeah.
Skinemax, if you know.
After 11 o'clock, yeah, it was
If you
Skinemax.
know, you know.
Well, and back in
The
the
Black Shoe Diaries.
late 70s, early 80s, the records and the 8-tracks and shit of their comedy routine was going around heavy before the movie came out. So it was like seeing a live action version of this fucking album that you've heard over and over again. And like I just remember the first time I watched it and knowing all these routines that they were already doing, like it was fucking awesome.
Did
And,
you ever watch Born in East LA?
They like to get up
Yeah,
early in
That's
the
a great one, too.
morning, but they have to, so they do it real slow.
I almost put next movie in because like I love the character of Red. Cheech plays Red, his
Yeah.
cousin Red,
Yeah.
and like I just everything Cheech and Chong. I love Cheech and Chong, and I love that they got back together and they
Yes.
still hang out and stuff. But
Which is funny because Cheech was never the weed guy; it was always Tommy.
yeah, Tommy was a weed
Cheech
guy.
He did not imbibe. He did not. He was not a fan.
Yeah,
He was
you
not
mean
the
we're
dude
smoking
that didn't
dog
buy.
shit?
That was hilarious.
Fucking Labrador, yo.
It's got a little Maui Wowie, but it's mostly Labrador. Yeah, that would be a great watch along party for us some night.
Yes, I agree.
I'd
We
be
all
down
then
did
you
for
go
that.
back to like Tom Skerritt's in that movie as Strawberry.
Tom
Oh
Skerritt.
my god, I
Skerritt.
forgot he was in that.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
I'm
Another tied to
personal
Tom
friends with
Cruise,
Tom
Top
Skerritt.
Gun.
Oh yeah,
Look at this picture. It's me and Tom Skerritt.
and then
Here.
Stacey
Tom
Stacey Keach was in Nice Dreams. You know, like
Yes.
yeah, and again another Pee Wee Herman thing because Pee Wee
Yes,
Herman was
yes,
in a lot of those too.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, because
Oh, Paul Rubens.
yeah, well, oh no, he was Pee Wee Herman in.
You watch the show, you should know.
Well, no,
who
he's
Pee Wee
so
Herman
he's
is.
been Pee Wee Herman since like 83 or 84.
Yep.
But
I
I
grew
think
up
he
with
was
him.
credited as Paul Rubens in that,
Yeah.
but you know who that is.
Well, in
Exactly.
I think it's next movie, he's actually on stage as Pee Wee Herman. Remember, they're fucking with him. Red's fucking with him while he's on stage. And yeah,
I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
yeah,
though.
in Cheech and Chong's next movie, Pee Wee Herman is Pee Wee Herman on stage because people didn't realize like Pee Wee Herman had this whole dirty ass act.
Oh
he
yeah,
did
yeah.
before he was on television.
It's like Bob
It's like Bob
Saget, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Exactly,
I love
yeah.
Bob Saget.
Me too.
Oh, dude,
R.I.P., bro.
his
R.I.P.
he's like, and then Kimmy Gibbler, she was like, "Come sit on my lap," and I was like,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, that's fucked up. I didn't do that. I was just joking. I'm just joking.
And then
Yeah.
Michael Winslow from Police
Yes.
Academy's in there.
Oh yeah, he was great. He was great.
Yeah. Just have a Cheech and Chong marathon some night. They're so fucking funny,
Oh,
man.
that'd be
That
fun.
actually sounds pretty fucking fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
And we'll be high.
Yeah.
So,
We will be high, definitely.
Crap.
I will even partake that night.
Hell yeah.
I've never
you're
watched
number
them
three,
high.
baby.
That sounds like a plan.
sounds like a
Travis,
Friday
you're
night
number
after an
4,
auction
or
or something.
number
I don't
3.
know. My number 3. You know, Bruce Campbell had to make an appearance on my list somewhere.
course,
My number
yes.
3 is Bubba Hotep.
Yes.
We have talked about it at least 10 times on this
Yes.
channel with our shows.
Yep.
And
It
not even
is-
nearly enough, I feel.
As much as I love Evil Dead, when it comes to Bruce Campbell movies, I think Bubba Hotep is actually my favorite. And I hope our movie in some way just catches some of that magic.
I think it will.
I feel like it will.
Where it's like, no, it's not the greatest movie of all time, but you just have like this following. It's like, man, it really hit me the right way at the right time, and I just fucking love it. And that's
I'll tell you something, Travis. I was really happy when I made you laugh a couple times last night on the table read. I was like, all right, that's a good thing. I was like, that means I'm doing something right. I'm like, all right, let's go with that.
Dressed up like one of those queers from the city.
What would I do, man?
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even put that on your stream. I apologize.
No, you're fine. Nobody really knows what we're... I mean, they know, but they don't know, so it's fine.
But Bubba Hotep, I love a bunch of Bruce Campbell movies, but if there's one that I had to watch over and over again or wanted to watch over and over again,
it'd be Bubba
Hotep. It's the most entertaining to me. And I just think it's the stupidest premise ever, but I fucking love it.
Yeah. It just came out of nowhere.
Hey, the black man.
He sucks out your soul, out your butthole. You mean he's an ass sucker?
You know, the first time I watched that movie, I was 25. The first time I watched that movie, and I had no idea it was even out there. And I went to a friend's house. He's like, "Dude, you have to watch this." I'm like, and I didn't know anything about it. And I was like, Bruce Campbell's in it, and I was hooked the moment I saw his name come across the screen. I'm like, okay, I'm so invested. Let's see what happens.
And the hieroglyphics in the bathroom stall, like, so he was just in here taking a soul shit and just start writing on the walls. It's so good. Bubba Hotep.
Oh, it's a great movie.
That's
it's
a great movie.
Yes.
And I know I have the Army of Darkness movie poster tattooed on my back, but Bubba Hotep is the best Bruce Campbell movie. I don't care.
That's absolutely.
It's his best character, Sebastian Haff or Elvis.
Yes,
Elvis.
I agree.
Hefty, what's your number 3?
My favorite, my number 3 was the Toxic Avenger Part 3. So yeah,
random choice. Part 3.
So 3 was a lot of fun. So 2 and 3 were filmed at the same time, but 3 starts out amazing, and again, like such great effects in that movie. And it starts out with one of my favorite people, Pericles Loons, who nobody knows who the fuck that is, but he was the guy that directed Redneck Zombies. If you've never seen that, watch that shit.
I've seen
he also did in Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD, another great trauma movie, the scenes with him eating the worms in his mouth. That was Pericles Loons. But Pericles Loons stars as one of the dudes in the video robbery store in the beginning with the half-painted face. He gets a mop fucking shoved through his head and his hand put in like this in a VCR player. But it's funny. So like one of the best scenes is like it's right at the beginning, and they're robbing this video store place, and they go to put the guy's hand in a movie like a VHS player, and they turn the TV on, and the TV is showing what it would look like from the top of a VHS player with a guy's hand going into it. Now, not only is that not how that works at all, but was just such a great visual when it like kind of squinches his hand and then splits and it spurts, and the dude is like wandering around, dude. And it was just such a fucking dumb, awesome watch. Like it's one of those like fucking smoke a joint, dude, or smoke a joint, drink a couple beers, put this shit on, and just enjoy a fun, dumb, bloody watch. There's tits.
I mean, it is named The Last Temptation of Toxic.
Toxic, yes, exactly. But then they went on to do Toxic Avenger 4, which is phenomenal. If you guys haven't seen that.
Which
Toxic
one had
Avenger
Ron
4.
Jeremy in it? Or
he was in a lot of them. He was in Class of Newcomb High 2 and 3.
He was like the mayor or something.
He was in Terra Firma. He was the mayor of Tromaville in Toxic Avenger Part 4.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is funny. My brother got that as a screener tape when because Troma, he had ordered a bunch of movies through the Troma website. it had taken a long time to get to him. So to make up for it, before Toxie 4 came out, they sent him a screener trailer tape of the movie, which I think we still have somewhere.
What?
Citizen Toxie. Yes.
Which Toxic Avenger was it? Where his mom was like gonna clean his jeans, but they were all completely fucking stiff with like.
I think that was like the first one.
Yeah,
because the first one was really like dirty. Like if you go back and you rewatch it, it's like it's New York City and Jersey in the early 80s, and boy does it show. Like it's just
super horny.
Yeah, it's wild. But anyway, that's my number 3 is Toxic Avenger.
Well, if you go watch Redneck Zombies, it's
God, I love that movie so much. That's such a good movie, dude. I could do a whole video on just Redneck Zombies alone. Just with how dumb and wonderful and great it is.
The toes going,
dude, just
if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah, exactly. Yes,
Man, I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Brother.
Yeah,
all right.
I never watched the third one.
We might have to do. Yeah, we'll have to watch some stuff.
Anyway,
that was my number 3.
No, you're fine. I watched it. Oh, we're almost down to the end. We're on number 2s now. So my number 2 has changed a lot. I've rewrote it, scratched it out, rewrote it, scratched it out, rewrote it, scratched it out. But I finally landed on it, and I'm not even embarrassed to say it, but it is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. The soundtrack is kick-ass, the story is great, and the suits look awesome, and the fact that and it's early, like, crappy computer animation at that point. So, like, their Zords look like trash compared to the show. Like, when in the show, you know, it's a dude in a suit, and it looks cool, but they went over the top. Like, this is the big movie. And the animation is so bad, but it makes it so fucking good.
Yeah.
But you have
I watched that movie
Ivan
at least
Ooze, man.
1,000 times. At least. I fucking love that movie.
Ivan Ooze was a great character, a great bad guy.
Yep. He stoops in through the doors. Running around with his carburetor ass head.
Was he the White Ranger or Green Ranger? I can't remember.
He was the White Ranger at that point.
He was already the White Ranger?
Yeah,
he was been a long time. I've seen it quite a few times. I just don't remember specifics. I just remember the bad guy, and I remember fucking Kimberly is still so sexy as shit.
Do whatever. I'd stick it to Rita or Pulsar.
Oh yeah. I'd be like, bitch, make my monster grow in your mouth.
Yeah.
Who played Rita Repulsive in that? I don't even remember.
I don't know. She was sexy.
I think it was the same actress.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. I'm going to talk from the TV show perspective. Like, yeah.
Dude, I would
have taken her down. I would have beat that up.
Let's see. In the movie, it was Elizabeth Banks. I knew of somebody famous.
Oh, that's the new movie that is very bad and not good.
Oh, you're talking about like some old like.
You mean like
I think it's 95 when it came out. It's called
I had no idea.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. That's with the OG cast from back in the early 90s.
I missed the whole Power Rangers thing. So
yeah, me too. I was like in my early 20s when that came out, and I was like, you know, my roommate at the time, his youngest brother watched it, and I was like, I don't know what this is, but you're here right now, and I can't play my video games until your Power Rangers is over, so hurry to fuck up with this, kid.
Well, for me, it's got a weird soft spot because it came on August the 28th, which was my birthday, and it was a Saturday morning, so I didn't even know what was coming on. I just watched X-Men and the Amazing whatever show,
Amazing Spider-Man.
Thank you. And then it came on right after that. And as a kid, I didn't know, and I was like glued instantly. I was like, wait, what is this? Like the big ass thing standing up, and they all hook together, and then they got cool suits, and I'm like, I have no idea what this is, but I'm 100% in it all the way from that point on, and I always have been.
Voltron is like, I'm suing.
Shh. We don't discuss Voltron.
Robotech said, I'm suing you all.
That's fair. That's that anime shit. All right, that's fair.
Jimmy, what's your number 2?
Oh man, this is where like I got so torn, like legitly. I've really got I've got an honorable mention I'll throw in at the end. So I had to my number 2 movie might surprise you guys, but my number 2 movie is Conan the Barbarian.
What?
Really?
I have
I
watched
really
it.
hate that movie.
I have watched it a million times. I can recite it. I can act it out. I love everything about that movie from start to finish. I've forced Travis to watch it with me. We
Well, I've never seen it before, so
you watched it with me. You were just super high.
I'm saying that was the first time I've seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
I watched it with you because
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, and like I wrote video essays about this movie. Like I did all the different lessons and values that you can get out of this movie. And it's more than just a dumb Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. The part 2 was just a typical Schwarzenegger movie. The Destroyer, I hate. But Conan the Barbarian, John Milius as with the directing and just the writing and the way they pulled the whole thing off, like with Subutai as his best friend and stuff like that. And for me, it's such a good movie. I was super excited just to watch Travis watch it for the first time.
And the set pieces were amazing.
Yeah. They don't go out of their way to do it that way anymore.
I was going to say one of the best things about those movies is watching it with somebody that hasn't seen it before.
Yep.
And then you kind of get to, it's like, well, here's this. And then you get their first time reaction. You've seen it a bunch of times, but it's always cool watching, new people's take on it and what, whether stuff lands or it doesn't with them and stuff. That's awesome.
And we screwed up and watched like the extended cut, which I don't like as well as the original cut. I think the original cut is better, but my favorite scene of watching Travis watch the scene was when Subutai comes back to rescue Conan off the Tree of Woe, because even Travis was like, is that real? Is he real? And then he's like, oh, it's fucking Subutai. And, like, I just love that shit, man. Like, and those are the kind of scenes that get me more than like the dog dying and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh, fuck.
Your number 2 and my number 2 are in drastically different directions.
All right.
Okay, what do you got then, Groove?
So my number 2 is Ernest Goes to Camp. Out of all the Ernest movies, it is my favorite. My second favorite is Ernest Scared Stupid, but my favorite is Ernest Goes to Camp just because he's like eggs erroneous.
Modeling clay. Yellow modeling clay. That's a secret ingredient to eggs erroneous.
Paper, rock, scissors.
Oh, yeah. Ernest, that's poison ivy. And with that much coverage, you're going to need another shot. Oh, gosh. But he still sticks up for those kids, man. And he was like,
Pokey, you said you'd never do this to me again.
You said never on my nose, Pokey.
Imagine me and you. I do. I think about you day and night. I mean, Camp Kikiki was just awesome. I would love to go to Camp Kikiki.
I would love to go to Camp
any
Kikiki.
kid would have after that movie.
And I think that nurse chick was pretty hot too.
Oh yeah, she was. Yeah, she was.
I'd be like, oh no, I'm so sick today. I need to go get my temperature checked.
Who can own a tree? Yeah, rectally.
With my thermometer and her.
What's up? What's up, buddy? I love, dude. Out of all the Ernest movies, I don't care what it is. Saves Christmas, like Scared Stupid, Ernest Goes to Dune, whatever. Like Ernest Goes to Camp is the quintessential movie.
Ernest P. Worrell movie.
I just love his little laugh. But that's my number. It doesn't matter where it is in the movie. I don't care if it's only 5 minutes left, just so I can watch the shooting. He's like,
yeah, where it's like, woo, yeah, and it's going through the things, and he goes and he sticks his finger right in the barrel of the gun.
Paper, rock,
scissors. Crater Mining Corporation.
That's my number 2.
Hell yeah, that's a great number 2. My number 2 is a Darren Aronofsky film.
No.
It is Pi.
Yeah, The Life of Pi.
Nope.
Oh,
Pi, it's called. And it's about this dude. It's a black and white film. It was Darren Aronofsky's, I think, his first film. It was before he did Requiem for a Dream.
Ooh, good movie.
And it centers around this dude who is like super smart and kind of like figures out like the code behind everything, like in life. And he's got like sects that are coming after him. Like there's like Hasid Jews that are coming after him, and like these other people that are coming after him to try to like get him before the other people can get him. And it's a phenomenal old school movie. Was because it said Jews. Sorry. They're Hasids, Jews in the movie. I don't know what to tell you.
No, see, they control everything, man. They kicked them off.
Yeah, I guess so. But no, Pi, if you've never seen it, Pi. It's the mathematical equation 3.1
came out in 1998.
Dude,
a
phenomenal
conceptual psychological thriller.
It's a great fucking movie, and if you haven't seen it, I absolutely recommend you check that out. Again, phenomenal performances by everybody involved. There's a lot of really cool like scenes in the movie. All of like early GoPro shots, like first person, like fucking camera is attached to the main character, and you kind of go with him on a few of those scenes. It's a wonderful movie, a really, really good movie, and I can't say enough things about it. So that is my number 2.
What was that Jim Carrey movie where he was noticing the number everywhere? You remember what I'm talking about?
27.
23.
23?
Thank you.
The number 23?
Number 23. Something like that, yeah.
I thought that was a good movie, too. I'm sorry, Pi just meant, when I was reading the synopsis, I was like, yeah, Pi reminds me of that.
It's a great movie. All right. JJ, number 1.
Actually, I'm going to give my number 1 to Travis because he has to leave in like 4 minutes.
Oh, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. Keep going.
All right. Never mind then. But my number 1, and thank you to Travis because you pulled it off your list after we talked about it last night, is the Goofy movie. By far, my favorite Disney movie of all time. And as a kid, I loved Max. I got it. Like, I want to do my thing, Dad. Leave me the fuck alone. Go do your thing. I'll do my thing. But now I'm a dad, and I'm like, you want to go fishing? You want to do this? You want to do that? And it makes me sad because now I see both sides. As being a kid who loved it, and now has an adult who still loves it, I love Goofy, and all he wants to do is spend time and be with his son and do whatever he wants to do. Like, he just wants to be a part of his life. And to me, that is like the hardest thing to handle, and it's crazy. And that is my number 1.
And Powerline was awesome.
Powerline is awesome. We seeing it eye to eye.
I think that was my number 4. I took it off my list because I love the Goofy movie.
I think at the end, instead of calling it honorable mentions, we just go around the horn and call it the movies I'm ashamed I forgot to put on the list.
Yep. Fair enough. I'm good with that.
Boradul, holy shit. Yeah, what's up? Yo,
I didn't realize you guys were on both your channels, so I was like, where in the hell is all this chat at? And I was like, oh, it's on Hefty.
Yeah, I didn't know either. So thank all of you guys for being here. I don't know you, and I'm sorry I don't know you, but thank you for being here. I
somehow
appreciate
streaming this on my channel too. I don't know how, but it brought up the option. I'm like, let's do this. So,
because I pay for this bitch, that's why.
Well, yeah, but so does.
I was trying to hit enough back with the fucking crush your enemies quote, and it wasn't showing up. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I was like, oh, that's on FTV. That's why. Oh.
That's why. My bad. Yeah, but share the love. And you guys, we are all shooting a horror movie in about 57 days. It's called The Anointed. If you guys want to check out anything about it, fucking check out Groovy's channel. Check out Jimmy's channel. Check out JJ's channel. We have posters for sale. We have the trailer up, the teaser trailer up. This shit is gonna be awesome and a lot of fun. So there's
gonna be tired
right there. Yeah, we're gonna be tired.
I'm gonna
Groovy's bringing weed.
I'm gonna earn that tired.
And if you want to support the movie, get a hold of JJ and Hefty. They have signed posters that you can buy for the cheap cost of $20. It's my original artwork. It's signed by everybody you see here.
And you get your name in the movie credits,
You will
which
get
is,
your name
this
in
is
the
pretty
movie
fucking
credits.
awesome. So
Mhm.
yes. All right, so who
Jimmy,
is this one?
number one.
Jimmy's number one.
My number one, the only movie to beat out Conan the
2000.
Barbarian. Hold on.
He's got to find it.
If he brings out The Thing, I'm gonna kill him.
It's my love of Flash fucking Gordon.
I love
Like I went to the theater. This is another theater experience. The only reason I got to go to the theater and watch it twice is because my mom fell in love with fucking Sam Jones.
What a shock!
the Flash action figure I want.
Wait, which
Oh,
one
I
of
was
those
looking
did I
for that
get you? I got you an
everywhere.
action figure for Flash Gordon, right?
Yeah, it's
It's the Ming, right?
Yeah, I've got a bunch more Flash Gordon action figures too, but
You ever see Flash Gordon?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My ass. Yo, you
got the
kidding
little
me? Hell
fucking-
yeah.
Like if you've never watched Flash Gordon, that's a good watch.
Yeah, and it's funny. It's like a fucking it's a comedy fucking show.
Prince
but-
Bolton, that's my dude right there. Impetuous boy, dive. You know, like
I love
fucking
Flash Gordon.
yeah. But yeah, these action figures got all the shit in them. They'll never be opened. They
Oh,
will never
hell
go
yeah.
anywhere.
That
Hell
hurts
yeah.
my heart, Jimmy. Let them breathe. My whole room was full of letting them breathe.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, the tall man.
Oh, I love Phantasm.
JJ, when you come here, I've got this stack of Marvel Selects right here. You can take them back with you and free them from their shackles.
Oh, don't. Oh, you. Why would you tempt me like that with so many
No,
more
I'm
toys?
serious. Like I've got too much shit on my walls.
Well, it depends what's there, because I call first dibs, asshole.
He said I could have them. You're cut off.
Wait a second. I want to steal shit from
I've got Blink.
I don't care about that. Next.
I need a blink.
I've got Malik.
Gay.
I could use that.
Next.
I have shelf space.
I've got Wasp.
Oh, I already
Double
have her.
gay. Next.
like a white American Saxon Protestant.
Now you can't fight over this one. I've got Forge.
Ooh, I need that for my X-Men collection.
And I've got
I want to grab
Black
what you
Cat.
have it.
I got Black Cat.
Black Cat's
I
mine.
don't have
Sorry.
that for my Spider-Man collection. Shut up, Travis. He said I
I'm
could
gonna
have
make her
them.
fuck Nightwing.
Trav, what's your number one, baby?
Oh, number one. All right. So I'm glad JJ went with the Disney movie, because I also went with the Disney movie. I went with The Emperor's New Groove.
Snatched him right out of the air.
Which is funny, because if you grab anything that's not on the ground, it's always, I caught it midair. I'm like, yeah, otherwise you just picked it up off the ground, just so you know. But I think David Spade is one of my favorite like comedic actors. I always liked how he is, and having him and John Goodman and fucking Putty fucking Kronk.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I just
Patrick
thought
Warburton,
it was the perfect. It was a Disney movie
Raider.
without a bunch of singing. It wasn't anything. It was just story driven, and it was just so good. And llama face. Oh. Yay, I'm a
That
llama
is a
again.
really good
Oh.
movie.
Is he doing his own theme music? It's like,
Oh, right. The poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. Right.
I kind of like Travis's like reenactments better than the movie itself, to be honest with you.
Wrong lever.
Just wait. That's
wrong.
what I'm gonna do with in the movie. I'm gonna be like doing my own theme music, like.
And he'll show the abs. He'd be like, "Look."
Yeah,
oh,
well, just be
that was-
careful. You don't want to piss Travis off. We gotta get him. We gotta get him on reins. You don't want to go too.
But that's
far.
my number one. All right.
Hefty,
My-
what is your number one?
My number one is one I bought up a bunch of times. Excuse me. So it was directed by a guy that used to do driver's education films in, I want to say Utah or one of those weird ass states over there. So it's directed by Herc Harvey. and it's 1964's Carnival of Souls. Now, this is a black and white atmospheric horror movie that it doesn't have jump scares. It's just kind of a really unsettling vibe throughout the whole movie. But it's one of those movies that when I saw it, I was like, there's something to this. There's something more to this movie. So I watched it a couple times, and it's got a great twist at the end. And it is one, and they've done a Criterion collection on it. There's a colorized version. There's like, the symbol. There's the Lion Hurts versions of it. So there's a few different versions of it. Some are longer than the others. But it is a great, creepy movie. And it's got one of those ones where there's only a few sets. And there's only a few actors in it, and it's low budget, but they do a lot with what they've got, and it is great. And it's one of my favorite horror movies.
IMDb has it at 7 out of 10, and Rotten Tomatoes has it at 87 fucking %, dude.
Yeah, it's well, like I said, like, I'm a big. I remember the first time I found out about it, I saw the commercial or the trailer for a pay-per-view back in like probably 1991 for it. And I was like, what is this shit? And eventually I had stolen it, probably because I was a klepto back when I was a kid, and like stole the VHS of it and like watched it and was like, it's a really good movie. It's creepy, weird. But I absolutely recommend it to anybody that hasn't seen it yet. It's a short watch. Carnival of Souls, the original one. There was a remake that I think that was directed by Wes Craven, I want to say, which wasn't as good. It didn't follow the same storyline or anything like that. I think it was just a movie in name only. But yeah, the Herc Harvey, the 1960, I want to say 64 version of it was really great. And I forgive me if I get those dates off, but it is a great movie. So,
did you ever watch Dead and Buried? It's because
I own it. I own Dead and Buried. Yeah. I have the special edition. Yeah.
I remember I watched that before I ever watched Carnival of Souls, and I was like, oh shit! Like,
what's funny is I've never finished Dead and Buried.
Oh yeah.
And I have the fucking double disc, like super fucking shiny edition, special edition DVD of it. I've never
super shiny.
Super shiny edition, apparently.
I'm looking for it. I'm trying to be like, can I cite it? Look, I have a lot of movies. I can't really do that right now, but I guarantee I own it. But that's my number one. It's a great fucking movie.
Well, that's our top 10 right there. And we got 8 minutes. I don't know what that was.
I'll give you the ones I'm ashamed I forgot to put on here. You ready?
Yep. The same.
Near Dark.
Oh, I own that too. Yeah. I own the special edition of that too, dude.
If you're a Bill Paxton fan,
yes,
that's probably his best role ever. I fucking love him in that movie.
100%.
Another Bill Paxton role, Tombstone. I don't know how none of us had Tombstone on our shit.
What about Frailty? I bet none of us Frailty.
I've been telling Travis about Frailty.
Dude, Frailty and The Anointed have a lot in common. I feel.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
Look, now his brain.
Nobody had the Crow, the Brandon Lee, the Crow on their list. And, and Predator. Like I will always watch Predator.
Oh my god, did you see the new Predator? He looks so fucking stupid.
Looks awful.
JJ just over his heavy this afternoon.
Terrible.
Oh my god,
Predator.
Human to be the Predator. Yeah, I fucking hate it. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm so
Hell
mad.
Nuff knows what I'm talking about with Frailty. Hell yeah, bro.
I haven't even watched the new Predator, the one that Shane Black directed, because I've just given up. Like,
was he the same guy that did Dead Heat with Piscopo and Treat Williams?
I believe so. Yeah.
Hell yeah! What a great movie. I'm surprised that didn't make it to mine.
He also starred in. He was in the original Predator. He was what was his name? He's in there. He's got the big glasses. He's the guy. One that
says about the big pussy.
Yeah. And then you said Dead Heat. That reminded me of another Arnold movie, Red Heat. him
Dead Heat is Joe Piscopo and Treat Williams and Treat Williams.
because Red Heat was
movie.
Schwarzenegger and the other Belushi, Jim Belushi.
Mhm.
Nuffy. Prey was not great. Prey was a horribly stupid movie. And we've had this discussion on this channel of how much
I like Prey.
I
hate that movie.
Same
Other
way
people on this
me
panel
and Jimmy
like
the
this
same way.
movie.
I enjoyed Prey.
Prey was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Mm.
I didn't watch Predators or whatever the latest Hollywood one was.
Yeah.
Like I just can't do it. It's even like the new Alien, whatever the new Alien was. I can't watch that
Alien
either.
Romulus.
I'm just like
FTC, feed the chickens, baby.
And there's
it's like just fucking let it go, man.
Like,
let it
what?
go.
You didn't enjoy it? It's got Michael Fassbender in it. You know it's good. And you're just like,
Wow.
I fucking hate it.
Who? Who are you talking about?
Michael Fassbender?
Who?
That
For
was
Romulus, yeah, he plays the android.
I'm so close. All right, are you trolling right
Prometheus.
now?
That's what.
Who? No, I am trolling, but the fact of like, what has he been in like recently?
He's going to be
His
in the
star
new.
went-
I think he's going to be in X-Men Doomsday, isn't he?
Yeah,
Nope,
they're
they
pulling
got
back for Magneto.
no, they got the OG Magneto.
Yeah, but I think he's going to be.
They're
Alan.
gonna do the time jump.
No,
sort
they're
of
not.
stuff.
Shut up, Travis.
Why'd you say that name? Why'd you say Martha? I have honorable mentions. My wife sent me two that she said to mention. The remake of 21 Jump Street with like it's
My name
just a
is
great funny movie, and having Ice Cube as the boss.
My
Like,
name is
over there
Jeff.
finger popping each other's assholes.
My name is Jeff.
Also, Total Recall.
No. Wait, the original one or the
Original,
remake?
not the remake.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, the OG,
remake,
yeah,
remake,
yeah.
crap.
Consider that a divorce.
And
The
the one that I couldn't fit on my list, the real one, is Wolf Cop, dude. Wolf Cop is
Yes,
great.
with Lou Garou. Yes,
Wolf Cop comes up a lot when we do
Yes.
these. Wolf Cop
dude,
comes up
because
a
Wolf
lot.
Cop is a great, stupid
Who are you?
fucking movie.
The Fuzz.
All right, word.
And-
Well, I gotta
and-
get going, guys. Love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Everybody in the chat. Thank you, Groovy and Jimmy and JJ for having me.
Of course.
That is my heart.
Keep the fucking
Keep the faith. And if y'all haven't bought a poster for our fucking movie that's going to be amazing and coming out, you should probably fucking do that. And
Yeah.
these guys will tell you how to do that.
Nuffy.
And,
Yeah.
Later, brother.
Naffa.
See you tomorrow.
Love
Don't
you
forget-
guys.
Nobody brought up South Park, Bigger, Better, Uncut either.
I almost did. Shut up. There's a bunch of
Or Team America, World Police. Nobody brought that up.
Yes, the international side of health.
has AIDS. AIDS.
Terrorize this terrorist.
Love you guys.
All right,
Love
later,
you, brother.
guys. Have a good one.
Deuces.
Oh, now it's just us.
With so
Now that he's
intimate now.
gone. Yeah, fuck that guy. No, I'm just joking.
But on that note, I will let you guys go. I'll let everyone else go. We can all enjoy our nights. And on that note, keep the faith because you just don't know what's about to come out. And when you see it, you're going to be very excited for it. So
50, how
just
many
keep the
days?
faith.
57?
58 days.
58
58.
days till you're right here. Like, I'll let you sit in this seat and do a quick little live stream from this seat.
I'm down for that. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
We're all going to
After
be
we
there.
put the fucking tent
Just
up.
all around. We're like,
Yeah,
you
like
guys, you want to see us eat spicy stuff?
Mhm.
Only Jimmy's doing it. We're just watching.
I'll be
like
like,
if you
no,
don't
fuck.
understand, yeah,
And then I'll be
we're all
like,
gonna
and we're
be
gonna
there,
hold him
all
down.
of
We're
us.
gonna shove a one chip challenge up his ass, and then we're gonna be like, let's go.
Good luck.
or a spicy ramen, which we're going to be doing on Sunday.
Yeah, so that video will be out next week on my
Doing
channel.
the 2X or what? Piece
That'd
of
be good.
cake, JJ. Piece of cake.
Jimmy, now I feel less.
Well, see,
confident.
it's not
I didn't do
JJ
so
that I'm
well
worried
when you did
about,
that. I'm like, wait a minute, no, now I'm a little scared.
because Sweet D's doing it with us too. I bought her one too.
It's not as hot as a one chip, but just the way it sets as you eat it,
Oh.
and it's just more and more.
It's all about
fair
the
enough.
feet at that point.
Yeah.
I'm
But-
down for it though.
But
down to try it.
Marcel eats those because she likes them, not for any challenge.
Oh no, this is the Cully's World's Hottest Ramen
Oh.
Part 2.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
suck.
hot.
That's gonna suck
Oh,
bad.
Jimmy, you make it even worse. I was pumped. Now I'm even
Nah,
more.
I was worried about you doing just the regular old 2X spicy ramen. Now you're into a whole nother level of.
It's gonna be a
shit.
good time.
Well, on
I
that
would
note,
not
we'll
touch it.
wait till next week to see that, and then we'll back here next Thursday for I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but come back Friday for Tom and Amy's Paranormal Mysteries on their channel. Links in the description below. On that note, everyone have a good night and keep the faith.
Keep the faith.
Go check out.